Greetings, Commanders! My name is Beck, and today we'll be going through Update 67 into the Mirror Universe Part 1. Before we get started, make sure you leave a comment down below letting us know what server you're hailing from. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up with updates like these and more, because we've got a lot of stuff coming. Today we are diving into Update 67. Update 67 includes a new galaxy expansion, the Mirror Universe, new Apex Barrier Modifier, new Mirror Tree Research, new Terran Empire Hostiles, new Mirror Universe Refinery, new officers, new missions, new primes, buffs and refits, new cosmetics, a new battle pass, and more. For more details, click the link down in the description below or visit the news tab on StarTrekFleetCommand.com. Into the Mirror Universe. The Mirror Universe is available to players operations 40 and above and includes 49 new themed systems, each containing a number of systems designated for Mirror Universe hostiles and mines. Traveling to the Mirror Universe is not for the faint of heart, and normal rules do not apply. Players who journey here will not be able to enter and exit as they please. This means that once you're in, Commander, you're in. You can only travel to, through, and out of the Mirror Universe systems by using interphasic rifts. There's no sense attempting to use the Disco Jump, Gorn Eviscerator, Spatial Rip, or the Borg Cube Transwarp active ship abilities here, and you can't freely recall when things get tough either. That's not the end of the devious changes in the Mirror Universe. You'll discover that there is no protected cargo at all, whether earned from mining or defeating hostiles. Here's how to access and navigate the Mirror Universe. For all level-eligible players, the Mirror Universe begins in the first system with an entry rift. Spend 300 Mirror Universe entry vouchers to use the entry rift and warp into Mirror Universe space. In order to traverse deeper into the Mirror Universe, warp to and park in a rift of your choosing and pay with the right rarity-specific Mirror Rift keys to move to another system in that path. There are 3 rarities of Mirror Rift keys reflecting the rarity of the system it leads to: Common, Uncommon, and Premium. Premium keys let you skip deeper into the Mirror Universe, bypassing all other systems. Fight new Terran hostiles for loot and mine Trellium mines for raw Trellium A and D. Get out of the Mirror Universe by using an extract rift, found in some Mirror Universe systems. An extract, or recall, is only available when a ship is parked in an extract rift, and this is the only way to leave the Mirror Universe other than your ship being destroyed or letting the vouchers expire. Players will receive 900 free entry vouchers every 3 days, though more can be found in the store. Apex Barrier Modifier. An extraordinarily powerful new survivability modifier, Apex Barrier provides true damage reduction after all combat calculations are made. It is the most direct, impactful way to increase your survivability in STFC. This modifier can be increased and improved through the Mirror Research Tree and Mirror Universe officers. Apex Barrier increases your effective survivability by reducing the amount of damage you take from all sources, and every 10,000 Apex Barrier rating will effectively increase your survivability by another 100% of your total health after all other bonuses. For example, if you have 100 HP and 10,000 Apex Barrier, you would effectively have 200 HP. If you have 20,000 Apex Barrier, then you would have 300 HP. Players will note that there is a new line in the battle log that showcases this new modifier in action. Mirror Research. Update 67 introduces a new research tree with unparalleled power and survivability bonuses. Progressing this tree will have a significant impact on gameplay, as these are some of the most impressive stats to date in research for Star Trek Fleet Command. There are 3 sections, all aimed to line up with your playstyle. Whether you're a casual player, a player who likes to dip their toes in a little bit deeper, or someone who goes all in every month, all players have a way to progress. Some of the new research nodes include Apex Barrier in both PvE and PvP, ship efficiencies for G4 to G6, Sigma G6 cost efficiencies, Isolytic defense and damage, Syndicate XP daily free claim, and PvE hostiles combat HHP repair. Let's talk about resource sourcing. Common is sourced via Mirror Universe. Uncommon is sourced over time via the Mirror Universe. Rare is sourced from special targets in the Mirror Universe, Epic is sourced overtime from special targets in Mirror Universe, and Premium is currently exclusive to events in-game and to the store. Mirror Research is exclusive to players who participate in Mirror Universe activities, including 75 new research nodes, and is the primary source for the new Apex Barrier modifier. Terran Empire hostiles. Terran Empire hostiles are single-target hostiles per grade and have proven to be challenging to all who oppose them. Players will find that investing in the new Apex Barrier modifier will vastly improve their chances of defeating these new hostiles and decrease their chance of being sent home from the Mirror Universe prematurely. These hostiles can drop two types of loot, common and uncommon. Once you travel to the system Mirrorhoven, players will be able to obtain both loot types. Now, the Terran Empire hostiles that drop uncommon not only provide greater rewards, but they will require Apex Barrier to defeat. Mirror Universe Refinery and Liquid Trellium. After you've traversed the Mirror Universe, defeated Terran Empire hostiles, and collected loot, you'll want to use an extract rift to leave and make use of your haul. Players will be able to exchange raw loot for Liquid Trellium D. Liquid Trellium D can be used in the Refinery to exchange for the following: Mirror Universe vouchers for entry to the Mirror Universe, Mirror Dust for the new Mirror Research Tree, Rift Keys for traveling deeper through rifts into the Mirror Universe, the NX-01 Officers, Holodeck Building Materials, Forbidden Tech, and Tokened Resources. New Officers. 2 officers are included in this update: Epic Mirror Picard and Rare Mirror Data. All of the officers coming out during the Mirror Universe arc will be in the same synergy group, and when used together, you can maximize your survivability with a huge boost to your Apex Barrier in PvP. Let's take a look at this month's officers. While Jean-Luc Picard does not have a storyline set in the Mirror Universe within the primary Star Trek television series or movies, his character in the Mirror Universe is explored in other forms of Star Trek media, such as novels and comic books. In the comic book series Star Trek The Mirror War, Picard is depicted as a more ruthless and ambitious character compared to his principled and ethical portrayal in the main universe we know as Star Trek The Next Generation. This version of Picard is focused on gaining power and control within the Terran Empire, reflecting the typical traits of characters in the Mirror Universe who often exhibit more aggressive and self-serving behaviors. Epic Mirror Picard is a force to be reckoned with in PvP. As the counter to Freeman, Mirror Picard shows that he is not only a useful addition to the Mirror Universe officers, but can stand alone. His captain's maneuver is Take the Shot. On round start against players, Mirror Picard increases your isolated cascade damage by X for X amount of rounds. Their officer ability is Anti-Collective. On round start against players with Assimilate, Mirror Picard increases your Apex Barrier by X for 1 round. Next up, we have Rare Mirror Data. Like Picard, Data's presence in the Mirror Universe is shown in novels, such as the comic series Star Trek The Next Generation Mirror Broken. In Mirror Broken, Data is featured as a more sinister version of his primary universe counterpart. This Mirror Universe version of Data has a fascination with augmenting his capabilities beyond his standard programming and limitations, including implanting himself with various cybernetic enhancements to increase his power. This version of Data also possesses a less restrained outlook on morality, aligning with the typically more brutal and ambitious characteristics of Mirror Universe inhabitants. For fans, we get a chance to see how some of our favorite characters might have developed under the harsher conditions of the Mirror Universe. Much like his presence in the comics, Mirror Data's need for more power is reflected in Star Trek Fleet Command, where he builds on the assimilated state in PvP and is part of the Apex Barrier PvP crew, which increases Apex Barrier depending on the ship type the player is in. His captain's maneuver is Self-Improvement. On combat start, while against an interceptor player, Mirror Data increases your Apex Barrier by X for the duration of combat. His officer ability is Reflections. On round start against players, Mirror Data has a % chance to apply Assimilate to it for 2 rounds. Players will have the ability to start sourcing these officers in events starting weekend 1 of this Mirror Universe arc. All the officers from this arc have the same synergy group and can be used together to get a great boost to survivability with the new Apex Barrier modifier, depending on the ship type. As you are collecting shards, we may even recommend you try Mirror Picard and Mirror Data with Honor Guard Worf or Carol Freeman for a new powerhouse PvP crew. Missions. 21 new missions are coming with this update to frame the story around Mirror Universe. Update 67 brings with it 10 new core missions, 10 new side missions, and 1 Mirror Universe intro mission. Primes, buffs, and refits. 3 new primes will be available in the Mirror Research tree: Prime Mirror Research Efficiency, Prime Apex Barrier versus players, and Prime Isolytic Damage. Right off the bat, we see the influence of the 3 new Terran Empire hostiles in 3 epic-themed refits: Apex Pylon, Apex USS Newton, and the Apex Coronar. These refits will provide 500 Apex Barrier in PvE while using the ship. Following its debut last month, the new Gorn Eviscerator has a refit being launched in month 1 of this Mirror Universe arc, the Oblique Eviscerator. Battle Pass and Cosmetics. A brand new Battle Pass is available this month, and players will have the ability to earn several new cosmetics, shards of both Epic Mirror Picard and Rare Data, and Mirror Research Dust. Update 67 brings with it 4 new avatars, 3 new frames, and 1 new hailing frequency. Check our official channels for this month's event schedule so you can be best prepared. We also wanted to call out a notable quality of life improvement that has been asked for a long time, and that's the implementation of better officer filters. The officer filter screen has been extended with more options to narrow down the officers that you need quicker. Players can now filter officers that give isolytic damage, warp range, warp speed, impulse speed, cargo capacity, protected cargo, mining speed, crit damage, crit chance, hostile loot, XP reward, or effects, including burning, morale, assimilated, and hull breach. That was a doozy. In addition, you'll be able to filter officers by not being docked, nor deployed, or away on an assignment. As always, we're trying our best to give you more information as we get it, so be sure you have notifications on so you don't miss a single thing, and check out the other resources we mentioned, linked down in the description below. As always, our team wants to hear from you about what you're most looking forward to in this release, so be sure to let us know in the comments below. But for now, we're signing off. Live long and prosper, Commanders.